Welcome to the final part of this video series accompanying my build of a pollinator monitoring system powered by Raspberry Pi. Let's have a look at the final result and see how we got here. Come with me now and see the sensor itself, installed here in the garden, surrounded by a variety of flowering plants, all of which receive frequent visits from different species of bee, as well as other pollinating insects. The sensor has been outside now for several days, including weathering a rainstorm last night, and is sending data back to the hub, a Raspberry Pi 4. The Pi 4 is posting the data to a website it hosts, which you can visit yourself at www.pollinatorpollster.cloud. If you do, you'll see on the homepage a chart showing the most recent data, which will update every 5 minutes until 12 hours of data is shown, as well as another chart below which shows the whole plot from the previous 12-hour period. Feel free to explore the other pages of the site too, which contain more details of the sensor and a little bit of information and links relating to the project. So how does it work? The first thing you see on the sensor is the big rectangular 3-watt solar panel on top. The sensor is designed to be used away from mains power, on a nature reserve, farm or garden, and this is sized to keep it running with only a handful of hours of sunlight every day, charging a lithium-ion 18650 battery and powering the system through an Adafruit Universal USB DC solar lithium-ion polymer charger. The solar panel also functions as an umbrella to protect the sensor from rain, as tested here with the garden hose. All parts of the design were created in CAD software and 3D printed in PLA plastic, with a double-walled design that so far has shown to be suitably watertight. Beneath the panel we have some apertures that reveal where the microphone lies, a SparkFun analog MEMS microphone. This listens constantly and passes audio data to the Raspberry Pi Pico at the heart of the system. The Pico runs code which performs a fast Fourier transform on the incoming data and finds the maximum frequency component present. I tested this using a tone generator and then made observations with the same microphone of real bees to find the correct maximum frequency component which can be observed when this particular species of bee, the buff-tailed bumblebee, is present. The Pico code therefore runs a test, and if the maximum frequency component matches the range of a buff-tailed bumblebee, from my observations between 35 and 40 Hz, it tags it as a positive detection. From observation, I am confident that the number of false positives or negatives is minimal. To stop the sensor detecting and count the same bee many times over, the methodology is to consider a binary yes or no for a bee has been detected within a 5-minute time window, so a researcher could gain a picture of when during the day or season pollinators are active in the vicinity of the sensor. So how to get the data out of the sensor and online for a researcher to see? We use a pair of HC12 433 MHz transceivers to form a link between the Pi and the hub, the Raspberry Pi 4. You can see it here within the sensor electronics bay, beneath the Pi Pico. The range of the HC12 was tested by taking one for a walk down the street, and was found to lose signal at 280 meters, more than adequate for this application. The Pi 4 which receives the data is running 2 custom systemd services to auto-start and continuously run 2 Python scripts. The first one which captures data from serial and saves it to a CSV file along with a date-time tag, as you can see here. The second script uses matplotlib to graph the data every 5 minutes and save this image into the static folder where the Flask app that runs the website grabs it and shows it on the site. The script also runs a function every 12 hours to rename the latest chart and empty the CSV file. This results in 2 charts on the website, one which automatically updates every 5 minutes. Please note, depending on your browser, you may need to do a hard refresh to see the latest graph, and the other which shows the full data from the previous 12-hour period. I am confident that the automated process is robust against any potential errors, but as it will be left running continuously from now on, we'll find out over the coming days and weeks. Don't forget to have a look at the website yourself to see the data coming in. The original aim of this project was to develop an automated sensor system to allow researchers to augment human-collected pollinator counts, enabling a fuller data picture of population and distribution trends to help direct conservation work. I believe the prototype system does meet this goal, and now it is running, I plan to share details of it with my local wildlife trust, as I'm keen to ask for their input and advice on where to take it next. This has been an immensely enjoyable project which I've enjoyed spending all of my spare moments on over the last few months. I've learned a lot from building it, and it has been a pleasure sharing it with you all the way along. Thank you to Element 14 for selecting me as one of the challengers to receive the Pi 4 to use for this project, and for all of your comments and support on the Element 14 site on each of my blog posts. See you again soon.